Hey everyone, last part of 8.3 today. This is the 8.3 page 3 notes. You should be watching this on Thursday, I don't even know what day Thursday is, the 15th? Let me look on my calendar. Thursday the 16th. Sorry, I'm filming these all on one day. It's easier for me to just go through and do the whole sheet and chop up the video. So yeah, you should be watching this on Thursday the 16th. Okay, today the name of the game is a formula, and it's a continuously compound interest formula. You will commonly hear this referred to as PERT. Now, the thing is this equation, it does spell out PERT, but it's in a different order. Let me explain that. So our formula is going to be A equals P times E raised to the RT power. Now the key there is I said raised to the RT power. So this is an exponent. When people say the word PERT, a lot of times they just think, oh, it's P times R times T. Don't make that mistake. It's P times E raised to the RT power. So again, that is part of an exponent. Okay, I do want to talk about what continuously compounded interest means. This is a very good thing when you're earning it. So what this means is your continuously compounded interest, what it essentially means is your principal, your starting amount, is constantly earning interest, and the interest keeps earning on the interest earned. So what that means, like just putting money out there, is let's say you make $1,000 and then you get $100 in interest. Well, now your base amount is $1,100, and it's going to keep building on itself. So if you make $100 more in however much time we're talking about, now the part that's earning interest is $1,200. Okay, let's say you earn $100 more. All of a sudden you're at 13 and you're earning interest constantly. You can see this is going to build up very quickly. Okay, I do want to talk about what each of these values mean after I erase this, obviously. Okay, first of all, A stands for the ending amount. Now, if you go to a different textbook, it might say a different letter than A. And for this class, we're going to say A is the ending amount. A stands for amount. Okay, P, I hope you guys know so far. P stands for the principal. We've dealt with principal a lot. Principal is the starting amount, the initial amount, the amount you deposit. Okay, R is the interest rate. And again, we should know by now that we always write interest rates as a decimal, not a percent. Last but not least, T is the time. Well, you might say, well, Mr. Adler, we did A, we did P, we did R, we did T. You left one out, you big goof. You left out E. Well, that's because E isn't a variable. E is always a number. We talked about that the last 2 days. E is a number that's equal to about 2.781. For this, I don't want you to round. Just use a calculator. And again, we're going to result to using the Google calculator. Okay. So now we are going to work on examples. On both of these, I'm going to start by writing the equation down before I do anything else. So example 1 says algebra. Get it? Algebra. Okay, anyways, he deposited $1,500 in an account that pays 5.25% APR. What the APR stands for is annual percentage rate, and it's compounded continuously. So that compounded continuously, that's what tells us, hey, we got to use the PERT formula. A equals PE times PE raised to the RT power. We got to find our balance after 3 years. So let's just list out what we know. A, P, we don't list out E because that's a number. R and T. I'm on the highlighter, I gotta get off of that. Okay, let's go through and fill in each number. So he deposits $1,500. So if he deposits, that's the principal, $1,500. An account that pays 5.25% APR. So that is going to be our rate. But again, we can't write it as 5.25%. 5.25% is equal to, move the decimal over 2 spots. We should get 0.0525 for our R value. Okay, and then our T value the balance is after 3 years. So our t value is 3. So all we got to do is plug and chug now. A equals P, our principal is 1,500, times E. Again, E is a number. Raised to the 0.0525. That's a terrible 5. I should rewrite that. 0.0525 times 3. Okay, now I did say we're just going to plug all this into the Google calculator. However, with that being said, I think we should be smart about this and do it piece by piece. So if we did PEMDAS, it would be parentheses first. Well, there are 2 parentheses here, but there's no actual operation to do inside of a parentheses. There's no operation to do inside of those. So we're going to skip past P and go to the E. So the exponents, what we need to do is simplify what's in the exponents. So what we need to do is multiply these 2 together. So on your calculator, you can really use whatever you want, 0.0525 times 3. Okay, you should get A equals 1,500 times E raised to the 0.1575 power. Okay, from here, it's pretty simple. Now, it's just simply plug and chug. You're going to type this into your Google calculator to get your final answer. 1,500 times E caret 0.1575. You should pause the video now and try it. Don't just wait for me to do it. You're going to need some practice doing this. Okay, if you've resumed, I'm typing in right now, 1,500 times E raised to the 0.1575 power. You should get A equals 1755.87. Okay, that is the balance. That's our ending amount after 3 years. A is amount after 3 years is $1,755.87. Okay, last one. We went from algebra to geometry. That's funny. Okay, he deposits $22.50 in an account that pays 3% APR. Again, APR is annual percentage rate, compounded continuously. This compounded continuously says, hey, you should use your PERT formula. A equals P times E raised to the RT power. And again, the RT is in the exponent. It's not multiplied. So I'm going to list out A, P, R, T. Why did I skip E? Because again, E is a number. We do not plug anything in for E. It's a number that we use. Okay, he deposits $22.50. $22.50 is our principal. That's our starting amount. The account pays 3%. 3% is our rate, but hey, we got to write that as a decimal. Move the decimal to the left 2 spots. 0.03. Our time is 7 years. This one's a little easier. A equals 22.50 times E raised to the 0.03 times 7. Okay, when you plug all of this in, your final answer, you should pause it right now and see if yours matches what I get. I'm not going to go through and show the work because I feel like this is more just plug and chug. You should get 2775.76. Okay, if you have questions on any of that, just feel free to let me know. You can comment or shoot me an email. I will post the assignment that goes along with this, and I hope you have a